Now look at here. कितने लोग असाइनमेंट सॉल्व करते हैं? कोई नहीं करता होगा, करते हैं? गुड, वेरी गुड. बाकी लोग करना है ना, यू शुड डू दैट, राइट? इतनी मेहनत से ये प्रिपेयर किया जाता है, राइट? सो okay, this all we have covered yesterday's class, and so you have a assignment question here. So let's look at the where is the assignment there? नहीं, ऊपर ही है ना, ऊपर ही है. अच्छा हाँ, वही मैं देख रहा था. This is assignment, yes. This assignment here. Why nanotechnology is an enabling technology? Illustrate with examples. Enumerate some steps taken by Department of Science and Technology for promotion of nanotechnology in India. 250 words, 10 marks. So very simple. First you write about enabling means that, as I said, that the area of nano materials goes into every area of science and technology. When we use such kind of materials or products, that is part. Now second part is enumerate some steps taken by departments of science and technology for promotion of examples. Then you can give application there, and then comes to the nano mission program. It's a simple, direct, straightforward question. So I don't think so it will be difficult for you to write answer. You can easily write the answer here in this case. Right. What is very important is that today's class, what I'm trying to cover here is that information communication technology. When you look at ICT here, yesterday I discussed about computing part, quantum computing, biological computing. Then we have gone into the supercomputers. As I said, that supercomputers are based on their performance in the terms of peak performance, how they work on that. And in that case, I have also mentioned about Param Serial supercomputers, CDAC, and you have an objective question on CDAC also there. Right. The Center for Development Advanced Computing, there's a particular, it has got several branches also there. Pune is one. I would like to bring about certain very important aspect from the UPSC prelims exam point of view. Right. Let me just come into that. When you look at the CDAC here, now if you look at, you'll find certain thing when you go to the website here, like here, what is given here is aligning the nation's growth in terms of scientific advancement and economic competitiveness. That part is given there. Then you'll find here multilingual computing, right? Multilingual computing and heritage computing. CDAC as an organization was established in 1988. If you look at this part, Center for Development, this was in 1988, and I've said that in the classroom that being given the fact Pokhran 1 test, so India was not able to buy supercomputers from outside. So there was a felt need for building supercomputers in India. And particularly in that context, Technology Policy Resolution 1983, right? Central government passed this technology policy we have got. There's a policy resolution which is a very important policy in terms of advancement of science and technology. This came in 1983. Right? And the main thrust of this policy was indigenization of technologies. And to prevent, or what I can say that, wherever India has got vulnerability in terms of technology part, that has to be taken care, and India should become self-reliant. So what is the first thing? We have certain areas weaknesses. So those weaknesses have to be overcome. At the same time, what is very important, those weaknesses have to be overcome with indigenization, and we should have what I've said here is that we should have a indigenous technologies with self-reliance. So this becomes a very important. So not only supercomputers, remember that CDAC as an organization is not only involved in supercomputers but also softwares. Various type of softwares have been developed. And let me come to very important topic of today's class. We'll be covering that both for prelims exam, mains exam. Particularly the question has come in the mains exam, not in prelims exam. You could expect that. We'll be covering that. Now supercomputing, one area we have learned there. Then software development. Like for example here, multilingual aspect of computing there. Let's say today is a mobile phone or computer or laptop. We have either English or Hindi. That will be part. But what of Telugu, Tamil, Manipuri, We have 22 languages there, right? So all those languages, what is called font, script. So CDAC developed those scripts and fonts so that if we require those kind of applications, so that is we can do through the CDAC softwares. Now, what is heritage computing? You know the virtual library. Let's say, for example, libraries, in terms of virtual library, so in the virtual library, we need to store data. Like, for example, given the India's past, right from ancient times, we have manuscript, right, epigraph, right, and even there are some kind of books and documents, all are in physical form. But a physical form will not always remain in that way. It can be deteriorated. So what is one aspect comes? Online. We should have a database. We should have a library. So what happens there? Cataloging, right? Let's say all those heritage, past, whatever documents we have, converting them into online resource. CDAC is involved with that. So not only multi-language development, but also developing such kind of heritage-based virtual library. है ना, जैसे कई आपको पता है आर्काइव होते हैं, आर्काइव आपको पता है नेशनल म्यूजियम है, तो जो म्यूजियम वगैरह होते हैं सारे चीज़ें होते हैं, तो उसी को ऑनलाइन फॉर्म में करने का काम CDAC का होता है. एक और चीज़ है जो आपको यहाँ पर पढ़ने को मिलेगा, प्रोफेशनल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स VLSI एंड एम्बेडेड सिस्टम. Is the embedded system and all this. So very large scale integrated circuit, like microelectronics, or their application part. Again, CDAC is involved into that. Not only that, you will also find here what? Software test technologies, including FOSs. There's open source software, right? Plus what is given? Cyber security and cyber forensics. I'll be covering today's class. Like, did you have already the cyber security class, internet security? No, okay. So there the teacher will teach you about the internet security, cyber security part. But I'll tell you how technology comes into that, right? You know that ransomware, WannaCry, right? What is a WannaCry? So ransomware, there was outbreak was there. So what is ransomware? It is a malware, right? This attack was there, system was attacked. And how it attacked through? Through the mail. If you open that, so what happened? All the data, entire system is locked, right? And the person has to pay $300 as a ransom through bitcoins. Then the data will be returned back. A computer will be unlocked. That's what WannaCry is, malware attack. So it's not only malware, it can be any kind of hacking. It can be any software form attack could be there, viruses can be attacked, right? Worms could be there. So what is required in India? That our government organizations, their systems have to be secure in terms of cyber case there. Right? So what CDAC does? CDAC helps in building those kind of anti-virus or anti-malware system there. Right? So here, in terms of this one, cyber security. Right? This is another very important topic because GS third, General Studies third, where I'm teaching technology area, there only you have internal security, cyber security. So there the teacher will teach you IT Act 2000, which gives the all aspect of information technology part, and amendments made to IT Act and establishment of computer emergency response team, then hacking, malware attack, all these have been made punishable offense. There also you'll learn in the topic of cyber security about amendment made to section 66 of the Act there, right, inserting A, that in terms of social networking site, government wanted to control. But then what happened? Supreme Court turned it null and void, saying that is unconstitutional. So all those things comes into that particular topic. Technology point of view, the first thing comes is security part. Like in terms of those kind of software, which can prevent such kind of attack or detect the threats. There can be sometimes potential threats which can come from outside. So for that we require software development. So CDAC is involved into that, right? Apart from that, I'm using the word here, cyber forensics. What is forensics? Investigations. Forensics is the branch which investigate. Something linked with law and order there, right? So one is that normal forensic happens, where samples are collected and analyzed, or sometimes where the murder has been committed. The forensic team try to analyze and see that how the crime has been committed, right? All those things comes. But one area from the online or cyber world, cyber forensic comes. I'll give you example. Let's say, for example, corporate fraud. Just example there. Let's say big corporate fraud, and one example, Satyam. You know that Hyderabad-based Ramalinga Raju, right? So But it's not one example there. There may be several such corporate frauds could be there. So what cyber forensic means? When a team arrives in the company premise, or sometimes there is a raid of income tax department to such kind of businesses and corporates. So they will also seize the mobile phone, computer, laptop, hard drive, because it contains what? Data. And there are certain type of software to recover the data. Your, let's say, Gmail account, whatever email you have, right? Whatever data you have stored in your laptop, even if you have encrypted it with password protection, but CDAC has got those kind of tools by which it can be opened, and all the data can be taken, and that the forensic team will give to the CBI, investigating agency, and they will go through each and every data and they prepare a strong case in the court of law. As per IT Act, electronic documents is also considered to be evidence in the court of law, and that can prove the crime. That is, I say, for fraud, corporate fraud. So what is very important, cyber forensic? Here you have the tools to analyze. You have to analyze this one, as I said here, like a mobile phone. What data is there? Mobile phone, then I said hard drive, computers, all this can be analyzed there, right? Systems and all this. So software's program development, CDAC has led those kind of development. I'll change the marker, it's very light there. So such kind of development has been made. So what generally you'll find in textbooks is that CDAC is only talked in terms of supercomputers, but there are more than that. As an organization, it works in several areas, right? So what I've written there, analysis of or analyze mobile phones, hard drives, computers, all systems there, and data can be recovered. There's what called forensic comes, investigation part comes there, right? Another thing what you find, very important thing is given here, health informatics. I'll write here, health informatics. Let's say you get a question in the UPSC exam, what is health informatics? Right? Mention its applications. And then question, what are merits and limitations? Right? So let's say, for example, you get a question there, what is health informatics? Then second is mention its application. You have to briefly mention what applications can be carried out using health informatics. Mention its application, and then you have to list or write its merits and limitations. Discuss its merits and limitations. 200 words, let's say, which has not come in the exam. Let's say you are getting this question there. We have used the word called bioinformatics. Biology, biotechnology and informatics. Now you're having the health informatics. A very simple sentence, one sentence, use of ICT, right? Use of ICT, computers, IT, software programs in healthcare. That is health informatics, right? So when we use information communication technology, then computing system, computers, softwares, etc., in managing data and its analysis in healthcare sector. That is referred to as health informatics. Let's say, for example, AIMS Hospital, All India Institute of Medical Science, or let's say Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, all such big government hospitals, or let's say private hospitals, Apollo, right, Max, such big multi-specialty hospitals. They have a lot of data. There's the one can be here, OPD, outside patient department, or only the patients who are been diagnosed with certain disease. So what do you require? You require proper particular database and proper type of software to manage such data. Let's say, for example, you want to do the surveillance, keep a tab of the disease, monitoring. So what do you require? You require those information at one place, right? So there comes the information technology, developing those software in terms of application parts. And today there are dedicated packages, software packages are there. Right, which, like I'll give you one example.
How can fraud data be there? Fraud data in
Which is not fraud, this is I'm saying corporate there. This is part of the second one. This is a type of writing there, not fraud. That corporate fraud I was talking about forensic there. It came together there. There is not fraud there. Right? Computers, software is right there. Right? That part. Use of ICT there. Right? So, like for example, I'm giving here e-Shushruta is a platform. What is a platform? Developed by CDAC. Right? Where it is being used? Hospital. Where government hospitals, they can use that. So that is public database, the management part of it. Now see there, not only in a hospital having data about the patients, their monitoring, surveillance, but also sometimes the medicines, logistics. You require all the warehousing, what type of medicines, what are the stock is there. Again, you require a software for that, right? There's a dedicated department which looks into all those kind of storage in the stockpiling in the hospitals there. And particularly AIMS hospital now, see, such a big hospital. It requires a very complex task. It's not very easy, right? You require those kind. Now another thing is that referral, when a patient is referred from one hospital to another, critical care, right? What will happen? जब तक पहुंचा तब तक ऊपर होता है ना? वो क्या बोलेंगे? कहाँ है पेपर? When you go to the hospital, paper law. They ask the paper, you have the permission and all this approval. What can be done? Online. The information will reach to the other hospital, right? And then the patient taken there. So this is what called health informatics, right? Not only disease management, it can be for managing diseases, managing patients, then also logistics, at the same time referral system. So this is what platform has been built by CDAC, health informatics comes, right? Then what you find here is given here education training, and education training part. So CDAC helps in that case. Now I'll add one more thing here. I have said bioinformatics and said supercomputer also. We have, like CDAC has built dedicated supercomputers for bioinformatics research. It's called BioBlaze. There's a supercomputing facility called BioBlaze and BioChrome. These two are supercomputers. BioBlaze and BioChrome are supercomputing facilities. For what type of research? Bioinformatics research. For bioinformatics research. These have been developed by CDAC. So in India, we have big potential of bioinformatics sector because already we have IT pool. We have also people who are trained in biotechnology, various areas of biotechnology. So that can be a next big thing. So there, supercomputers research. So for that we have there. These are supercomputers. Both of these are, I'll just remove this part. These are supercomputers built by CDAC. There one can carry out all this in biological analysis, bioinformatics research. So for that, there is supercomputer built by CDAC. BioBlaze is name given. Name. This is a supercomputer. Both of these are supercomputers, which will be used for biological research. That is what has been built. So our scientists can use such supercomputers, BioBlaze and BioChrome, and can go through proteins, DNA, RNA, drug discovery program. All those analysis can be carried out there. So for that, CDAC has provided assistance, provided to carry out such kind of thing. Right?
India data also developed by CDAC.
Which data?
India data all over India, there was a news, right? Future we will not need to go for field verification, it will be done online.
How this also? No, but CDAC, see, there are other also there. CDAC is generally goes into certain areas which come from societal application, government of India part, that part. Right? Here, these are the area what you see, that part comes here. Now I'm coming to very important topic, which I said has been asked in mains exam, but not in prelims exam. There's one more form of computing called cloud computing. Right? Today is all making news there, cloud computing. This is what in terms of CDAC comes here. Now cloud computing is you can say is one of the things which is making a lot of impact there, and it is going to be there. So cloud computing, let us first understand, then I'll give you certain thing writing part of that. See, till yet what we have studied? Supercomputers, where thousands of CPUs joined together and then made supercomputing facility. Or quantum computers, qubits, or biological computer, DNA computers. So what is cloud computing? The word computing comes here. Cloud. What is cloud there?
Their data is stored over here, somewhere else, and we retrieve the data from that place. So data information is secured over here.
Right? Anywhere. Today we are using cloud computing, right? Let's understand. Let's say, for example, this classroom, right? 50 persons having 50 computers, and all these computers have to work. So what is this required? It requires a mainframe server. A physical server is required, right? Then only this system will work. But what is cloud computing? You don't require this physical server, right? Through the internet, you get connected to that particular virtual server. There's virtual server. Virtual server is also type of server there, but it's somewhere else. And there are companies like Google, Microsoft. They are third-party vendor. They provide those kind of virtual servers where one can store data, retrieve the data, share the data. All those kind of applications are done on the cloud. So what computing has come in terms of information, okay, how we use the information. And cloud refers to that particular storage place. That's where the cloud comes. So we can connect multiple devices. We can connect a mobile phone, laptop, tab, any kind of thing system can be connected. Right, that is what. Now why it is being done so? What is so something? So let me come across there, few terms there. Now let's say here. The one is the data access. Data security. Is it really so secure? Can it be hacked there? It can be hacked. Somewhere you require storage place, no? If somebody gets into that. But yes, it is more secured in the case what? The physical server where you have address, where anyone can infiltrate and can create problem. There you don't know. Like for example, just understand. Here in the classroom we have this all electricity power. Whether this power is from hydropower, thermal power plant, or nuclear power plant, we don't know. Whether this power is being coming to this classroom from Delhi or from Himachal Pradesh or from Uttarakhand, again we don't know. But we as a consumer, we as a person is having the light, electricity is there. So that is the same thing happen cloud there. Where is the cloud located is very difficult to find out. So then only if you have address proper, there you can have. But there is again, can be security threat. It's not that there cannot be security threat. It can be there. If let's say the company which is providing service do not take all the proper care, and then there is something hacking happens, then the problem will be there, right? But this is one thing. Another than that, use of data or storage of data, the security, what more advantage cloud has got? Dedicated application, okay. That's right. Physically not, if it's not physically present, then what does that mean? Okay. You know something called app, right? Google has got app engine where you can build those kind of application. So that kind of software can be built on providing such kind of system there. I'll be using certain technical words, but I'll tell you one more advantage, very important advantage. Cloud computing and the services are metered. Pay per use. Let's say, for example, if any person is running a business and has 100 computers and having the physical server, it requires to have an IT person there. Right? Dedicated IT person has to be recruited. Or department has to be there, IT department. Maintenance of server. There should not be any snag, any problem. Like all those kind of investments are there. And let's say where the company becomes bankrupt, scenario there. All these are waste because initially you have put investment on building those kind of things, servers, everything. Or let's say company grows very fast. From 100 employees become 1,000 employees. Again you have to scale up, add more things. So what cloud computing provides? As you grow or there is some decline in business, as how much you require GB of space, information, that you can purchase, that you can pay to the cloud computing company and have that. So let's say you have 50 or 100 computers and you are having the cloud services and let's say tomorrow you have become 1,000. You just give that I now require this much of resources and the cloud company will provide you that and you pay for that, right? If you have to shut down, you can easily shut down. So that what becomes a cost advantage. It adds a cost advantage to the company. This is again an advantage, right? This is the way you have to think from mains exam. When a question comes from mains exam, you have to analyze what are pros, what are cons, what are advantage, what is negative. Now I'm using another word here. Cloud computing or cloud are two types, public cloud and private cloud. Is one word called public clouds. And then you have private cloud. What's the difference there? So which is that? Is it public or Gmail is public? Gmail is public. Okay. What is private? Yes. Private does not mean they're something. Private, you should not think that a company like Google or Microsoft, this is a private company, the private cloud. It's not like that. Private cloud is that which is managed in-house. Right? Private cloud which is managed in-house. A company has a data server. The company has a data center. So it is when you have in-house there. In-house you create, let's say for example, I'll give you one good example. Tata, let's say company like Tata or Reliance, right? Now such a big company, Tata Group, such a big one, so many offices, so many branches, so many employees, and Tata company set up its own kind of data center, right? Cloud, for managing cloud, data center is there. And this cloud will be used internally by the employees of Tata, right? This is called private. What is public? Let's say example Gmail, where it is provided by a company to others, which one can access, right? Now, for example, DigiLocker. So DigiLocker is which type of cloud? Right? Public cloud. Anyone can register, right? Through one-time password, OTP, or Aadhaar. Now Aadhaar has come. Aadhaar enabled registration. And you can put your documents. And what are documents? You can authorize others to access your documents. Or you can transport or portability of the documents. So central government, Government of India, is providing a service to citizen through the DigiLocker, e-locker, under Digital India program, right? Now the services which are offered by cloud computing company, the three types, what is called SaaS, PaaS and IAS. That's called. That's what I'm introducing all the words, all technical words. So what does SaaS stands for? Huh? SaaS, right? Software as a service. What is the full form here? Software as a service. Software as a service. Then PaaS means, what is P stands for? Platform as a service. And what is IAS stand for? Infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. So the three types of model, you can say business models. Application comes, platform as a service, right? Software as a service, infrastructure as a service. I stands for infrastructure. Now my question, what is Google Drive? When we use Google Drive, so where it comes? SaaS, PaaS, IAS, where it will come there? Google Drive, we all store their Gmail, and we are provided those kind of facility by the company. Is it software as a service or platform as a service or infrastructure as a service? Software? So what do we do with it? What do we do in Google? कौन है IT वाला कौन है बैठा हुआ? Information technology. Where is the BTech person there? BTech and MTech and those kind of IT there. हाँ mechanical also, right? All mechanical? Yes, they might. So हाँ क्या आएगा? तो अच्छा ठीक है. What is software as a service means? Software as a service means what?
Software is already prepared. We are only using software.
Right. There is already built inbuilt software, which is used by the customer. Now what is platform as a service?
That we can build the software. We have built
This custom platform is provided where you can build a kind of custom oriented where you can build up the software, or you can build any application. Right? So as I said, app engine. You build your own kind of app and all this. And what is infrastructure as a service? What is infrastructure as a service? So Google Drive comes there, infrastructure, no? Storage device, which you given by the company. Now see, it can be both freedom given to operate or may not be given. It's a Google Drive, you are given certain type of things which you can do it. Like for example, you can create new file, folder. You know, you can make folder. and you can give the name of the folder. You can share that folder with any kind of thing there, right? But you cannot do a lot of work with that. This is only customized what Google is offering to you. You can only do in that case, but you cannot go beyond that, right? So what I want to say, I'll give you the written part, but first understand that all these kind of services are now being done worldwide by IBM or Google or Microsoft, and they earn money through that. Money is earned from because they have the customers. Customers will be corporates or individuals or can be any house. Even government could also be customer of such kind of companies. And then these services are provided there, right? So I'll give you the part of this. Now let's see there what I explained there. That's what I said. Whatever you are learning in science and technology, right? This all class notes and things what I'm providing, this all are important for the examination, right? That's why I've discussed about quantum computing, biological computing, and my objective is that you should always focus from there where questions has not come in the exam. Prelims exam, only DigiLocker was asked. 2016 exam, DigiLocker was there, right? But on the cloud, many things can be asked in the exam. UPSC can ask you things there based on that, right? So let me come to that part. Okay, write this. First you write cloud, then I'll come to something more on that. Now you write this. Uh, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services. Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services. Delivery of computing services dash servers comma storage computing services dash servers comma storage comma databases comma networking comma software comma analytics analytics and more analytics and more, give a dash again, dash, over the internet, that is, now inverted comma you write the cloud, that is the cloud, over the internet, that is the cloud. The cloud is there, that is called internet. So you are going to get any kind of this kind of services. So what word I have used? Servers. Then another is storage. Third is given here database. Then what comes? Networking, software, analytics, and can be many more variety of the functions. This is simple. Let's say you write an answer in the mains exam. Your sentence should be straightforward, simple, and convey the meaning. Okay, what is actually meaning of cloud computing? So simply put, this is the definition. Now to give first the same paragraph we write there. Companies offering these THESE, companies offering these computing services, are called cloud providers. Are called cloud providers, and typically charge for cloud computing. Typically charge for cloud computing services. Cloud computing services based on uses. Comma similar to how you are billed. Similar to how you are billed for water or electricity. Similar to how you are billed for water or electricity at home. Water or electricity for at home, right? I'll just give you example. See, Google gives you certain free. How much Google Drive you can use? 10 GB or 4 GB, how many is there? 15 GB. And then again in your Android phone, sometimes Google say that you pay this much amount, you'll have more data storage. Let's say your photograph, pics what you take, or video what you have taken there, and you want to put on the cloud. So there you pay to the Google and you get more storage. So sometimes people what they do, let for a hard drive, but sometimes hard drive can be lost, sometimes mobile can be lost, or sometimes can be damaged. So there's one aspect of what comes in, you store in the cloud. So what is it here? You have free access anywhere. Across the globe you can have the data, right? So there's sometimes the company for beginning can give free services, and then for additional they charge for that. That's what the cloud providers do there, right? Then what I said in the classroom, the benefits, what benefits we have, right? So next paragraph, there you can write, just give a heading, use of cloud computing. What is the use of cloud computing? Use of cloud computing. Use of cloud computing. Now you can write point wise. Number one, first one. Create new apps. Create new apps and services. APPS, apps and services. Create new apps and services. Now number two, store, backup. Store, backup and recover data. Store, backup and recover data. Then third, very important one, host websites and blogs. Host websites and blogs. Right, website hosting and blog. Anytime you go for website development, so you require a place for that, whether WordPress or something on that. So that can be there, and again, one pays for that, right? So what comes hosting of the website, and so sometimes what happens there, you have to pay every year of that hosting service. The company charge you every year. Second comes what design, what you design on that, what type of website you want to have. There's one example is like this website. You want to put certain more features on that design aspect, and that is done by software professional, website developers. And third is what, when you go for this hosting and web design, you require what, domain name, the address, like here's the CDAC, right? So all this happens there. But first you require a space. That can be provided through cloud. There's another business there, what I'm discussing that. Now fourth one, number 4. Stream audio and video. Stream audio and video. Stream audio and video. Right, even the web streaming. Right, because remember that when the live streaming comes, like here, what I'm teaching here, even there is a snag, gap is there. At least 1 minute gap is there in Vision IAS. Right? जो लोग देख रहे होंगे उसके लिए 1 मिनट का gap है. Doesn't seem to, because sometimes you know that online classes and all this, we said again there may be 2 or 3 minutes gap. So whenever you do this kind of streaming of the videos and voice, again one can use the cloud services there, right? Now another thing there, very important. That's what I said. Whenever a question comes, think out of box and think in common sense thing, what you use there, right? That part is there. Now right here, the next one, deliver software on demand. Deliver software on demand. Deliver software on demand. And the last point, analyze data for patterns. Patterns, PATTERNS, patterns and make predictions. Patterns and make predictions. Right? Now I'm coming to what? Benefits. These are the services. Huh? Prediction means something, let's say for example, if you have the data, for example, sometime what happens, survey, very good example. What comes there? Political survey. कौन प्रधानमंत्री बनेगा अभी आने वाला है 2019 के लिए big data survey will be there, right? All those kind of thing data, and then what those survey organization does, analyze the pattern that was done before the every election is done. Just example I'm giving, कि who will become नहीं data storage के लिए, because you are able to store data, right? Use a software on that, run the data and see that, and then you try to see कि what could be predicted. So एक example I'm giving, those kind of survey kind of system there. Sometimes this kind of cloud use can be done for other applications, not only political. Cyber security also is, there can be done facing with that. That is also been done. Yes, filtering there. Yes, what is saying that this can also be done for filtering what is being stored. So sometimes for security purpose also you can be what selective. What you want, what you don't want. That can. There can be many things. I have given 6 points there. But now what I'm coming to the benefits. What are benefits of that? We have already said to the class that what are the benefits there. But I'll put in brief, in a very brief format. Like, just give a heading, benefits of cloud computing. Benefits of cloud computing. Number one, first, cost. Number one, cost advantage. Number one, cost advantage. Second, number two, very important point I'm giving, speed. Speed of usage there. Cloud service will be faster than the normal service there. Right? It's a speed of use. Now, third one, very important one, global scale. What is third benefit? Global scale. Speed internet. But वो depend करेगा. Your internet connectivity also there. How your internet works there. अब कहीं वो internet ही उतना, you are still working with 2G, your handset has the 2G, then you require 4G, right? 4G should also help in that case, right? Speed in the terms of all the application part which are run on the cloud. So here speed means on the cloud, what you run there, right? लेकिन उसके बाद 4G चाहिए, बिना 4G काम नहीं चलेगा आज के time. Right, now third is what? Global scale I have said. Now fourth one is that metered service, METERED, metered service. In bracket you can pay per use, right? Meter down, when the meter is down, accordingly there you pay for that, pay per use. Then what comes here? Security, cyber security. Next point, cyber security. Right? Now another one, last point I can write, reliability. ठीक है? अब मैं आ रहा हूँ ये चीज पे, SaaS, PaaS, IAS. What is exactly? With example there. Right? So just give a heading, types of cloud computing services. Types of cloud computing services. Right? Now go right there. Number one, first, IAS. I'm starting from the bottom there. IAS, right there. The most basic, okay, IAS, infrastructure as a service. Now let's just write a paragraph there. The most basic category of cloud computing services. The most basic category of cloud computing services, right? In which IT infrastructure, such as servers, IT infrastructures such as servers and virtual machines, comma, storage, comma, networks, comma, operating systems, etc. Are rented. Operating systems, etc. are rented from a cloud provider. On a same sentence, from cloud providers on a pay per use use basis. Very simple as let's say Google Drive, as an example. You are renting that one, and you are paying for that work. That's called infrastructure as a service, right? I've also said for website hosting, you take that host, you pay for that. This is called infrastructure.
Cloud companies are providing us the space, more space if we need. Then where, from where they are getting?
No, that's not it. They are also having servers only. What they all have the physical servers. Only thing that you as a person is not having physical servers, but they also have servers. But ultimately, it will be stored somewhere. So let's say Google. The Google they maintain such kind of servers, and for that they are earning money by giving all this kind of thing. They're more space. That's what I said, no? If somebody enters their servers and get the data, then that will be risky. And sometimes, you know, company like big company like Google, Facebook are all prone to such attacks. And that's why Google and Facebook, Microsoft, they spend huge amount of money to secure that system. Because they are always under threat. Somebody can go into data and store the data there, steal the data there. That part. At least you require a servers for that. You as a person don't have to build a server. That is part. Now what I'm coming here, second one which I have there, you can write here, virtual machine, servers. See, virtual machine means you are using in your computer. That is a virtual. What is in the system there? But actually that machine is also original machine, which is somewhere there. For you it is a virtual.
So main इसका core main function तो वही है storage करना.
स्टोरेज का बस स्टोरेज वही स्टोरेज में इसलिए मैं बताया कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर मतलब वो जो दे रहा है इसलिए उसको कहते हैं इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. नाउ यू कैन राइट सॉफ्टवेयर एज अ सर्विस. सॉफ्टवेयर एज अ सर्विस, SaaS. Now you can write this. It is a method for delivering software applications. It is a method for delivering software applications over the internet. Software applications over the internet on demand. Give a full stop there. With on demand, give a full stop there. Same paragraph. With SaaS, with SaaS, comma, cloud providers, with SaaS, cloud providers, host and manage. With SaaS, cloud providers host and manage the software application. Host and manage the software application and underlying infrastructure and handle any maintenance like, give a comma and then write like software upgrades. Maintenance, comma, like software upgrades. And security, software upgrades and security patching. 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 Patches, security patching. Give us of there. Right? So what is software? It gives you the part. Very good example, I said website development and the security patching. Right? Now, what I've given here as a part of this, you can write one more sentence. Users, the same paragraph. Users connect to the application. Users connect to the application over the internet, comma, usually with a web browser. Over the internet, comma, usually with a web browser on their mobile phone, web browser on their mobile phone, comma, tablet or PC, personal computer or PC, right? ये full stop there. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे क्या है, जैसे सारी चीजें सॉफ्टवेयर का रन होता है और वहाँ जो भी आपको एप्लीकेशन चाहिए उसके अकॉर्डिंग आता है. Now the last part of this dictation of notes, the third what I have given here, platform as a service. PaaS. So now you can write platform as a service. Then I'll come to some other topic there. Platform as a service. Now PaaS refers to, right? PaaS refers to, it refers to cloud computing services. It refers to cloud computing services that supply an on-demand environment, that supply an on-demand environment for developing, on-demand environment for developing, comma, testing, 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 comma, delivering and managing, testing, delivering and managing software applications, delivering and managing software applications. Right, give full stop there. It is designed to make it easier, for developers. It is designed to make it easier for developers to quickly create web, web or mobile apps. Developers to quickly create web or mobile apps, comma, without worrying about setting up or managing the underlying infrastructure, of servers, comma, storage or network, network and databases. Servers, comma, storage, comma, network and databases needed for development. You can write, for example, Google App Engine. For example, Google AWP App Engine. Google App Engine. Right? So that is a basic understanding. So that's what I gave this one, because if something comes on that, at least the basic concept you are aware. Yes.
Google is an American company. It is providing the platform, the service of Google Drive. Is India providing any such?
Now I'll tell you that. What is there? See that such big multinational companies, they have India offices also. Like Google has Indian office. Microsoft also has an Indian office. So they also work from there. There is also there. But they customize for that. They go for a particular region. It's for example, Google is an American company, but let's say they want to provide Asia Pacific region. So they again for that they may have the servers there.
India cloud computing platform itself in
India.
No, that they don't say that. They will not tell that. But no suppose there, but they will not mention that. They may have, but they keep it there. But what is it? They do have the dedicated servers in India also there. They do have that. Like in India also, the Bangalore, so Delhi also has got. When Gurgaon, the Google big building is there. They have this kind of infrastructure. But whether they will be providing there, they may be for other customer client also there. India is? No, I'm coming to it. Now that's what I'm coming. What is asking Indian aspect?
So फिजिकल जो उनके स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी तो बाहर अमेरिका का जैसे गूगल का मेन हेडक्वार्टर वहीं पे या इंडिया में जो उनकी ब्रांच है तो इंडिया का डाटा स्टोर हो रहा है वहीं
नहीं, हाँ वो भी होता है इंडिया, जैसे वो डिपेंड करता है कहाँ पर वो जा रहा है.
क्योंकि सर एक इशू पे देख रहा था डिबेट में आ रहा था कि आप जो हमारा सारा डाटा है वो बाहर जा रहा है मोस्टली
हाँ तो फिर
इंडिया को
वो भी है, वहाँ पर ही आता है, वो सिक्योरिटी पार्ट आता है, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी के एस्पेक्ट में भी सारी चीज़ें आती हैं. हाँ सारा कुछ. अब जैसे व्हाट्सअप है, you're using WhatsApp. but the data is not Indian. It all goes outside there. तो वहाँ पे क्या misuse भी हो सकता है? It can be there. If the WhatsApp company, if something, they can go for marketing purpose because they have some inherent business also there. Like, have you ever time realized that? Let's say when you use a Google or something, then when you open there, they give you those kind of marketing kind of thing, which you are, then they are also trying to understand your behavior, and they offer those kind of thing there. So that means they are also, because they are controlling your data, controlling your information there. So again, that challenge happens there. At the individual level, at the country level also there. Like China. Why China is so, they banned the Google for something of that, because China is very, very strict about those kind of policy there. In India, we have IT policy, but not in that kind of thing. There's still strictness is not there.
India Meghraj.
Now I'm coming to that. What are you saying that? I'm coming to everything there. What he has asked there, कि whether India we are not doing that. That's what I've kept this website open. Because now I want to give you the information, again important for UPSC exam. We do have cloud computing and provided by CDAC. Right? There's a very important one, Government of India, and I'll show you that one. This one called is the Meghdut. First comes here, Meghdut, which is the developed by CDAC. And presently you have Meghraj. So Megh here means cloud. तो कभी एग्जाम में आ जाए तो मेघराज तो मतलब वो ऊपर वाले को याद नहीं करना, राइट? और मेघदूत मतलब क्लाउड मैसेंजर. Don't that type. Kalidas should not come to that, right? Kalidas and all. So these are cloud computing, right? And I'll tell you where we are using that. I'll come to use also there. So there's something called Meghdut. Meghdut also comes in Indian Post, right? India Post also has a Meghdut as a platform there. This we are talking in the context of cloud computing. And then Meghraj, present one, very important for this exam there, Meghraj. Meghraj is a cloud computing architecture, what is called architecture, which is used by governments and the departments. So I'll write here, this is the cloud computing architecture. For government application there, for government use there. And who has developed? CDAC. There the role of CDAC comes there. And again remember that if Indian government is developing and using or providing services, it has to be foolproof. That's why cyber security comes. Right? So it is such system has been developed. I'll give you example of the earlier Meghdut. One aspect is banking, banking services. Today all the banks are what? All connected together. CBS, no? This was CBS. All the branches, everything is there. So banking services, like here, one application is the banking. There's a public banks, State Bank of India, Punjab and National Bank, all the CBS branches. There kind of ATM also there. Now what has happened? Online platforms have come, right? Online transaction, online banking. So a lot of things comes in. So there, one aspect comes banking services, which can be provided there. Second, where it has been used, like Chennai in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, the Tamil Nadu state government has gone for education, right? For education purpose there. So what you can interlink? Schools, right? So here is education there. Let's say, for example, CBSE schools there. Let's say, for example, CBSE schools. A teacher who teaches there and wants the resources, right? So that can be done through cloud. So let's say any teacher, CBSE school, any CBSE schools all throughout the country, they may go for cloud service. They have the data, right? If you talk about private aspect, NIIT, there's a company which teaches this diploma and all this, diploma in software programming and NIIT. And sometimes test centers are also there, like CAT. CAT exam is held, right? There are other exams which are held through NIIT centers. So what NIIT has got? NIIT has got called something cloud campus. They've connected all the NIIT centers. And not one or two, hundreds of NIIT centers connected together in the cloud. So any of the NIIT center which you visit and whatever resource you require, through the cloud you can get that. So that kind of access is provided, right? So even it can be for here for business purposes also there. Right? So with the implementation of Digital India, cloud computing has become very important. It may be healthcare sector, education system, then it can be law and order, policing. Right? Let's say, for example, all the database of culprits. with all the photographs, everything. You know that all storage there. And sometimes what happens? They from one state to another and all things. So this all data is there. Though one of the unfortunate state is that very less we have e-court in India, right? But one day there will be there. As it goes there, maybe 20 years, judges don't require any paper. They'll be all sitting there with the laptop there. हाँ भाई बताओ शुरू करो. नहीं अभी मेघराज है, मेघदूत का भी यूज हो रहा है. Currently current platform मेघराज. ठीक है, मेघराज इज द करंट वन जो अभी यूज कर रहे हैं वो. इंडिया हाँ वहाँ पर सीडैक का जैसे कहाँ पे मिलेगा नाउ लेट्स सी दैट यू विल फाइंड हियर.
जैसे आधार पे इश्यूज आ रहे हैं भी हमारा डाटा जैसे रैंसमवेयर आएगा
हाँ
अगर हम अपने क्लाउड से यूज करें तो फिर हमें इनके तो स्ट्रिक्ट नॉर्म्स हैं अगर पर्सनल हम अपना यूज करें
नहीं उसमें जैसे आधार का जो डेटा है ऑल द आधार डेटा विच इज स्टोर्ड देयर ये हाँ इसी में यहाँ पर यही चीज़ है.
फिर हमें उसकी क्या टेंशन है अगर अपने खुद का ही अपने क्लाउड सिस्टम यूटिलाइज करें
नहीं वहाँ पे क्या है कि इफ द साइबर सिक्योरिटी अगर फुल प्रूफ नहीं है नहीं क्योंकि सीडैक करे ना मतलब नहीं है और उसमें अटैक हो जाए कुछ हो जाए तो वहाँ पर या द वे द गवर्नमेंट इज गोइंग टू यूज द डेटा बट अगेन गवर्नमेंट विल वर्क एज पर द आधार एक्ट. Aadhaar Act also gives that without that consent and something, now you cannot be. There is something time period also given there. There comes in, right? But let's say here, when you go to this first link on the CDAC website, this one, advanced computing, there when you click on that, this is what you come across. Supercomputing systems. You have NASA supercomputing facilities, supercomputing applications, supercomputing solution, grid computing, cloud computing. See here, this cloud computing is there. Right? In the advanced computing segment, you have that. And then here you have cloud infrastructure. And see, very clearly given here, Meghdut.
But big data is not there.
Big data is something different. Big data, I'll come to that. But here is from the cloud application, there comes. So here, this you see that. CDAC has developed a complete open source based software stack named Meghdut. Right? It's clearly given for setting up a private cloud to offer basic cloud services such as infrastructure, platform, and software. So now you'll understand what is the infrastructure, platform, and software. That's what I've given you that concept there. Then on demand of the dynamic provisioning, metering, and monitoring, graphic installation of middleware, stack, customized, and all this given. And then you'll find this cloud-based applications. It is given here. Infrastructure also, and this one. It is not available there now. Temporarily unavailable. The cloud infrastructure will find that. Presently, the government is using Meghraj. Right? Now, what he has raised the question, big data. When the word comes big data, nowadays all making this one, big data. So what is big data? Big data is also linked to cloud. Right? Big data is that area which looks into storage, managing the data. Okay, how we store the data, how we manage the data. That comes called analytics, big data analytics. That is all making there because it is a very specialized area of IT, which requires those kind of a dedicated kind of a managing of data. It requires dedicated people to manage that. ठीक है, ये चीज़ है. Now let me come to another very important thing. Here you find grid computing. And I'm coming to one again area where you could expect question in the exam. Now, who will tell me what is grid computing? Where is the grid computing? Let me remove this. See, this is the approach you have to build for the UPSC exam. And particularly for science and technology, it requires this kind of approach. You should know the concept, application, government programs. Try to link with that because I'll tell you that no teacher will go to the CDAC and the website and all. That's what I am trying to mix with that. So you should know that when you read a website or current affair material and such term comes, you should know the meaning of that. And then any something latest development which is of societal use that comes here. Now what is grid computing? The word is grid here. So what is the normal sense you understand the grid word? Change the marker. What is the meaning of grid? Interconnection. Right. There's something called cluster computing, clustered. Now understand that. I'll draw with a diagram to make you understand. This is a geographical space, physical area. Let's say campus, college campus. And then you have the computers, the systems. So what happens? You connect this one, what is called intranet. These systems are connected. Right? Servers are there for that, to manage this one. You have another campus here, far away. There is hundreds of kilometers away. They too also have systems. And the systems are also, they were operating there within this place. And they are connected there. Right? You have another place there, where you, again you have system. And they work there. This is called clustered. It is clustered there. And if we join them, this one. This is what is called grid. This is called distributed network. We have connected together. Let's say this classroom, having the systems. Another classroom of Vision IAS, they are having system. Another one. And all gets into one grid. This is as we see in the electricity. Right? Where we generate and then distribute there. So that is called grid computing, like where we connect together systems which are separated by the physical boundaries, location. So there the concept of grid comes. What is the part of network computing? Right? Now, what is the advantage of doing so? There's a why such things are done? So that any person here wants to do access of here or should want to go to there, it can also be done. And this kind of system can also use the cloud. Because ultimately there will be server, no? Here will be server, here will be server, this will also have server. All this can be utilized there. Private. Okay.
Private cloud.
Private cloud is there. I'll give you the example Tata company. So they can use this kind of.
So then when
वैसे ही होता है. We can connect कर सकते हैं वहाँ पर. Local area, but bigger size. But when we go to one place to another, we want to connect there. Right? Now let me come to very important example where question can be asked in exam. What is called NKN, National Knowledge Network. Very important project of central government, which is based on grid computing. That is National Knowledge Network, NKN. Now what is NKN? It is a grid computing kind of application to connect all the universities and colleges, departments, research centers with ISRO, DRDO, BARC, right, to a particular grid. So what is being done here? National Knowledge Network is the here connection. There connect universities, right, R&D centers, premier labs, right, including there will be also research scientific organization like ISRO, BARC, DRDO. So this all will get connected to the grid there. To this high-speed grid, what is called? Very high-speed grid. Now, what is the purpose of that? A scientist can collaborate. This has become collaborative platform, a common platform. Right? For any research, can be a common platform. So that is the thing what we call taking from local to the global level, making from one step to another. That's why the word is knowledge. The word knowledge has been used. National Knowledge Network. And the brainchild behind this project is Sam Petroda. Right? Sam Petroda. He is a Odia, but certain US, he came to India during Rajiv Gandhi government. And the previous government gave him the task to build this particular system, National Knowledge Network. It's already into implementation. It uses two kind of things, grid computing and cloud computing. Right? This National Knowledge Network is based on two aspects. There is use of grid computing also, because different centers will be connected together. At the same time, also cloud computing. Both have been used in this kind of system there. See, cloud is storage, networking, ये सारा है. और grid is like different centers. पूरे इंडिया को जोड़ा जा रहा है. It's a very ambitious task because you connect all the universities and all is not a very easy task. It requires a lot of money, lot of investment on investing on the infrastructure. ये part है. लेकिन बहुत important इसका application होगा scientific research के लिए. So this is being done there, right? So grid computing, जो एक यहाँ पर CDAC का मिलेगा, गरुड़ा का बात दिया हुआ है.
हाई स्पीड इंटरनेट
हाँ, high speed.
एस्टैब्लिश हो रहे हैं जैसे लाइक
हाँ. नहीं, लेकिन ये बड़े स्तर पे आप कर रहे हो ना, very large scale, and दूसरा क्या है, geographical different locations, that is far away areas, you are connected together, bringing them all close together. That's what comes, and anyone can use it, access the resources. What is comes, they can use the resource. There's a scientist who is there in the Bangalore, and wants something which is given there is in Delhi University, right? They immediately can access that document. So that's what the grid comes into application. This is nice.
फाइबर केबल
Fiber cables and all this. Same way, what you have this LAN system, na? Local area network. So local area network is what? This one. Then you have other local, and then what do you go? We go for a wide local area network, WLAN. So you'll use the fibers and all this.
इकोनॉमिकली अगर देखें जैसे
हाँ.
हमारे फाइबर केबल तो लाइंस भी बना रहे हैं पूरे इंडिया में अगर हम प्राइवेट उसको यूज कर लेते हैं मतलब क्यों
नहीं भाई, हाँ वो चीज़ है. तो वही है कि इसमें इकोनॉमिक कॉस्ट इज हाई because you have to spend a lot of money to build such kind of a grid, right? But long-term benefit will be more once we do that. And again, what is there under Digital India program? We are already spending a lot of money of connecting Gram Panchayat, GPs, and all this. So that is we are doing from the social economic aspect for the programs. But again, for this knowledge part, we have to separately give the money for that and implement that part. So cost is very high. But again, the faster access, easy access, right? All those will be done there. A scientist do not have to travel or look out for any such data. It will be available on the grid. This is what the objective is there. So that with that objective, NKN has been started. But if you look at CDAC, grid computing here, when you go to this one, let's say here, the grid computing, Garuda. What CDAC has built? Garuda. This is given the Garuda one, this. Right? That's what said. These all are important for examination, where you could get in the UPSC exam. And always, what I keep on saying, look for unknown areas, something different, where UPSC has not gone into and asked question there. Now, Garuda here, if you look at, Garuda is India's national grid infrastructure of HPC, high performance computing. HPC stands for high performance computing. High performance computing systems connecting 70 academic and research institutions across 17 cities of the country with India's national knowledge network. Clearly given that, NKN, National Knowledge Network. The Indian Grid Certification Authority, there's a certification authority also, right? Accredited by the AP Grid PMA, Asia Pacific Grid Policy Management, has been set up in CDAC. That's come the role of CDAC, right? The CDAC has got. The IGCA helps scientists, researchers, collaborative community in India and neighboring countries. Now see, neighboring country is also mentioned, neighboring country also. Why? What is the thing here? Asia Pacific, right? So let's say Singapore, Thailand, right? Those all Southeast Asia can also be connected. So neighboring countries to obtain an internationally recognized digital certificate to interoperate with state-of-the-art grids worldwide. तो कभी अगर क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी में आ जाए local to global, how the science and technology can come. So that is one application. The government is doing that. And you find here what? Some of the applications that use the open source drug discovery. I have already mentioned the classroom, CSIR, OSDD. Then you have what? Collaborative classroom. Then you have computer aided engineering, oncology research, cancer, study of cancer, right? That is the oncology research. Then you have what? Disaster management using synthetic aperture radar. You know, radars, the SAR, which is used for what is called wind, cyclone, all those kind of data. IMD, Indian Meteorological Department. And what is you have? Biodiversity conservation. There's also mentioned. So you can write this, but this is an important point, because though you can go to the website there, but this can serve you there. और कितने लोगों ने लिख लिया है या ओके जहाँ तक लिख लिया वहाँ तो रुक जाओ, बाकी मैं डिक्टेट कराता हूँ. Just write this. You write this. Garuda is India's national grid infrastructure. Those are already written. Then you can wait till I'll come to that. India's apostrophe S, National Grid Infrastructure of High Performance Computing. High Performance Computing, in bracket HPC. High Performance Computing Systems. Systems connecting 70 academic and connecting 70 academic and research institutions across 17 across 17 cities of the country, across 17 cities of the country, with India apostrophe S, with India apostrophe S, NKN. Just simply write NKN, National Knowledge Network. With India's National Knowledge Network. Though it's given here nation there, National Knowledge Network. Give full stop there. Now we can write the same pair. The Indian Grid Certification Authority. Indian Grid Certification Authority, in bracket IGCA, bracket closed, accredited by the Asia Pacific, Grid Policy, Asia Pacific Grid Policy Management, Asia Pacific Grid Policy Management, bracket A, capital P, capital G, RID, AP Grid. I've just changed that one. Right, Asia Pacific Grid Policy Management, bracket AP Grid dash PMA, bracket closed. Has been set up in CDAC. Has been set up in C-DAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Right, set up in CDAC. Then give a full stop there. The IGCA helps scientists, comma, researchers and collaborative community. IGCA helps researchers, scientists, comma, researchers and collaborative community in India, and neighboring countries, to obtain an internationally recognized digital certificate, to interoperate with state of the art grids, GRIDS, state of the art grids worldwide. Give a full stop. Then you write application. Just simply write application. Don't write the entire sentence. Applications of Garuda. Just give a sentence for applications of Garuda dash. Now you write 1, 2, 3, 4 point wise. Number 1, first one. Open source drug discovery, OSDD. Open source drug discovery. Now number 2. Collaborative classroom. Number 3. Computer aided engineering. Sometimes computer aided design also come, CAD. So computer aided engineering. Then 4th one, oncology research. Oncology, cancer studies. Oncology research. Number 5, disaster management using synthetic aperture radar. Disaster management using synthetic aperture, APERTURE, radar, RADAR. And the last one, synthetic aperture radar, and the last one, biodiversity conservation. Biodiversity conservation. Right? Biodiversity conservation. Right? So, any one area which can be asked, so this example is there. Garuda and all this part have come. ठीक है यहाँ तक है? So that's what I'm taking the help of CDAC, but I'm giving the custom. Now see, there is one sentence what is given. By using such kind of certificate, organizations can connect state-of-the-art grids worldwide. I'll give you one example of state-of-the-art grid, CERN Geneva. Right? European Center for Nuclear Research, which we have covered in the classroom, that mega science project. CERN is a very big organization. It is though located in Geneva, Franco-Geneva border. Right? Thousands of scientists, right, from different countries, including India, are working in CERN. And India has become associate member. Right? And they also have got the grid. They've also developed grid, where they can use computing resources faster and better. Because they're doing what? Cutting edge research, very high end research. Just take example, Large Hadron Collider, LHC experiment, when the proton-proton beam were collided together, right, with highest energy ever achieved in the world, highest and fastest, to break the proton into smaller parts, what is called smashing into smaller parts. So there were a lot of data generated. All those data will be analyzed through computers only. And if you use normal PC computer or even supercomputer, will be less. So they're using this kind of grid system. They have the grid there. And they have connected this kind of MIT, Harvard, Princeton, the DAE, Department of Atomic Energy, all have been connected together. So that is what comes as certification. Why? Because if you do not have certification, you will not be able to connect there. So secure certification. कई बार होता है ना, when you fill up the UPSC online form, so what they say? They first you have to download a certificate, then you install that certificate, then you get access to the online form where you fill up the form and all. So that same kind of certificates are there. Right? So dedicated comes. Now I am coming here. We have discussed cloud computing, grid computing, right? I'm now using the word mobile computing. What is mobile computing? Which one? State of the art means advanced. उन्नत, बहुत हाई लेवल का. स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट मतलब यही है कि उस जो भी उस फील्ड का है सबसे एडवांस्ड है, हाई लेवल पे. स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट मीन्स, राइट? दिस इज अ जनरल वे ऑफ सेइंग दैट, स्टेट ऑफ द आर्ट. ओके, मोबाइल कंप्यूटिंग. व्हाट इज मोबाइल कंप्यूटिंग? All this computing word is now coming there. So mobile computing. Mobile also means mobile, like when you move across there. Is that mobile computing or something else is there? Or mobile is a handset? What is your mobile number? Right? So what is mobile computing there? Which is easily transportable from one place to another. Always remember the computing means what? Data. Storage data, use of the data, analysis of data, that is means. When we use through not the computers and those kind of devices. We're talking in terms of the mobiles. So now look at here. If you look at CDAC doesn't work in the field of mobile computing, right? But if you look at here, this one, I'll give you certain example there. So that will make more better for understanding that. Because now a lot of things are happening. One thing kya hua? What Prime Minister has done? Notebandi, right? Notebandi and all this one. Now see, this is it. You'll understand through the image there. That's what I'm saying. So there what happens? You can have connectivity everywhere there. This one. This will make more easier to understand. Again, what is there? Seamless connectivity all across the world. Mobile means again, where on the go, wherever you are there, you are able to use the data and everything. And how they will do that? They'll do through the cloud only. It will be part of cloud only there. And the devices system, what you use there. Right? So mobile connectivity comes into that. Or you understand this one. This will become more better. Like this one. All the systems and all, which is there, connect together. Let's say here. I'll show you the image. Where the image has gone? This one also. Again, this happens to wireless only. Mobile phone and all systems, you are using wireless form, not the wired one. But you are having all the connectivity, everything there. And today in the mobile phone, you have all the services. Whether you want to have, what is called that, what are services you have there in mobile phone? WhatsApp is one thing. Then again, photographs is something called, what is called? Huh? Instagram and all this one. So all those services can be accessed anywhere across the globe. I want to say, anywhere you can have those kind of services. Right? This is what you have there. Now see here what is. Mobile computing is understood as technology with the smartphone, used in smartphones. So mobile computing technology used for transmitting voice and data through small portable devices using wireless enabled material. Right? So you can just write this sentence there. What is there? Mobile computing, just one sentence you write. I'll come to another very important thing linked with the mobile computing. Mobile computing is a technology used for transmitting voice and data. Transmitting voice and data through small, portable, devices. Portable devices using wireless enabled networks. Right? Now, after giving full stop, right? It is a distributed system. After giving full stop, it is a distributed system connected via. I'm just giving form that it is distributed system connected via wireless network. Distributed network connected via wireless network for communication. Now, after giving full stop, last sentence. You can write in last sentence. Mobile, or you can write, it can provide computing services at any time and anywhere. It can provide computing services at any time and anywhere across the globe. Anytime and anywhere across the globe. Like, I'll just give you example there, give you full stop there. Like today all these apps, what you use there? Ola, Uber, अब आजकल थोड़ा इमोशनल ऐड भी देने लगे हैं वो लोग. उबर का मैंने देखा भी बड़ा मेरा दिल दम I got touched by that ad there. वो है ना there's a Uber driver and everything taking care of a pregnant lady and then वो आराम से चला रहे सब. Something the companies do that. But today we are using those kind of things. Right? Now I'm coming to, so I'm slowly building all the things. I've started from supercomputers, quantum computers, biological computers, cloud computers. I'm going to all the grid computers. Now what I'm coming to here, another very important thing, IoT. This we have discussed what is mobile connectivity. We can connect there, use of device through wireless kind of thing. Now what I'm writing the term here, IoT. What is IoT? Internet of Things. Now these new things are happening there. अभी तक यूपीएससी में ना तो पीटी में आया ना तो मेंस में आया है ना. दिस अनदर एक्सपेक्टेड एरिया. ऑल दीज आर इन करंट अफेयर्स, इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स. एंड अभी आजकल एक और नई चीज आ गया, इंटरनेट ऑफ एवरीथिंग. लेट मी राइट दिस ऑल्सो देयर. इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स एंड नाउ इंटरनेट ऑफ एवरीथिंग हैज ऑल्सो कम. So what is this Internet of Things, IoT? Okay. Can we call it a computing? We are talking about all connection, everything. So what is the part of computing? You know, newspaper is coming with all these articles, no? Internet of Things. All these are making news there. We don't know about? You're not reading them. now you read that. I'll give one good example, then I'll come to the concept part of it. Let's say, for example, How many of you exercise in the morning? That means jogging or something of that? No, regular there. Okay, like he goes into that. So let's say, for example, or any person in the classroom who goes for the walking or jogging or exercise, something on that. Right? I know that people are very nocturnal also nowadays. They don't wake up early morning. Now understand what is IoT here. You have a wearable device, right? You have a wearable device with sensors, right? Sometimes in the market they sell you this, which will give you all the heart rate, breathing rate, right? All these are recorded there, right? So you have a wearable device with all those kind of system gadget, sophisticated gadget with sensor. That sensors communicate with the computer system is there, right? Which is there. So now you start running. Bhag milkha bhag. Now you're studying that. And then you decided कि I have to burn my fats. आज तो 10 किलो कम करना ही है. आज decide कि आज 10 kg. मैंने कल रात बहुत जबरदस्त पार्टी हुई है, बहुत खाया पिया है, अब आज कम करना है. दौड़े जा रहे. So what happened? The sensors, when sensors feel that the heart rate is going more, breathing, and something wrong can happen, the sensors will send the data information to the computer, right? And that computer will send the data to your mother or father or your friend who is connected to that, or to a doctor nearby there. So what will happen? Let's say your friend, आजकल होता है ये दोस्त थी तो दोस्त क्या आते कई बार काम नहीं आते इस समय पर पता चला वो भी सोया हुआ है, right? Doesn't listen to that warning. So what happens? It will be informed to the hospital, nearest hospital, and to the ambulance service, right? Okay, if something goes wrong and you collapse, so the ambulance will be there to take you to the hospital. That is called IoT. So what is IoT? Mobile phone, computers, systems, all they get connected through embedded device or sensors. And they communicate with each other. That means exchange of data. That is called Internet of Things. So it can be done in where? Industries, manufacturing segment. One can have this kind of IoT used. Or it can be used for even for day-to-day life also. In any application we can have IoT. But Internet of everything is what? You are connecting every aspect of that. All type of devices, everything there. And what is very important? Decision making. It works on what? Decision making. It can make faster decision. That is the part of comes. But what is disadvantage of IoT? Disadvantage? Let's say when systems communicate among themselves, the systems are not like human beings. You may be running there or something and then all the ambulance comes there. Then you are surprised how ambulance comes there. So systems can take decision but cannot take kind of decision what human beings are there. But yes, it can provide you that service, what you require there. Right? So Internet of Things, again, as the same thing, what? Costly, why? You have to embed sensor, device, connect this one. Again, what is there? Distance factor, how many distance it can happen. But if you use the communication system, then only it can happen. Communication system, ICT require, information communication technology. Again, that requires cost. Right? These are the disadvantages. But the services can be offered. So a new paradigm happening in the field of information communication technology, which is going to revolutionize. That is called IoT, information, Internet of Things there. Right? Now you can write Internet of Things there, IoT. You write this, Internet of Things refers providing services, services based on optimal decision, using systems or devices, optimal decision using systems or devices connected together, systems and devices, right? Systems and devices connected together with embedded device, devices and sensors, there, right? Now give a full stop there. IoT, right? IoT has several advantages IoT has several advantages. Dash, we write dash. First one, right? Number one, use in industries. Use applications in industries. Applications in industries. For example, manufacturing. For example, manufacturing. For example, manufacturing. Number two, second. Number two, training programs. Number two, training programs. Training programs. Now, after that, number third, day-to-day life applications. Day-to-day life applications. Day-to-day life applications, etc. etc. Now, recently, I'll tell you, there was a conference on IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things, how such kind of things can be done in the manufacturing sector segment, particularly in the case of Indian scenario there. So India hosted there in Bangalore there, there's a conference was there, right? So just simply remember that when devices, systems, all things get connected through such sensors, smart applications, and then they communicate each other to take decision, optimal decision. That comes IoT. I've given the example athlete. You can take several examples, right? Now what comes, I'm coming to that. There was a question asked in 2016 prelims exam, right? So let me just bring about this aspect. When you come to the ICT part, so let's say for example, wireless communication technology, few things which I would like to bring here. Then I'll come to this particular new aspect in the wireless communication system there. Like for example, you know the Bluetooth, right? This comes Bluetooth. Then you know about Wi-Fi. And now something is coming here, WiMAX. It's already come there, WiMAX. Right? So what is Bluetooth? What is Bluetooth? Bluetooth means what? We all use Bluetooth. We have mobile phone, printer, right, fax, everything has Bluetooth. Why it is called Bluetooth here? It's wireless there, I know that. But how much distance? 10 meters. Is it the line of sight or without line of sight? Without line of sight, okay. And why the name Bluetooth has come? Is Bluetooth name is a short distance, right? How much is the frequency it works? On what frequency it works? 1 gigahertz, 2 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz. There has to be some frequency range there. But actually, what is it? Bluetooth. Transfer of data, exchange of data. We use the Bluetooth there. Bluetooth enabled devices where data is exchanged. Now see, short range here, let's say 10 meters, for example. 2.4 gigahertz. Right? Initially what was developed. Now 2.8 gigahertz is also there. But in the range of 2 to 3 gigahertz, Bluetooth application works. The name Bluetooth has come because it is named after a Danish king, Blatant. The name is called, there is Blatant there. Blatant actually means was a king, Denmark, Danish king, with the name there, which in English translated called Bluetooth, right? Which has been taken that word, but actually is a very short range communication part, right? Now you know that share it. So what is that? Is it Bluetooth or Wi-Fi? Sure, Wi-Fi, not Bluetooth. Wi-Fi there, okay. So what is Wi-Fi? When is a Wi-Fi, what does it stand for? Wireless fidelity. Again, wireless communication. What is the range of this? It's again short distance, but what is the range here? More than 3 meters up to what? There has to be range, no? 100 meter, 500 meter, 1 kilometer. How much will be Wi-Fi? Huh? उसमें generations हैं. Wi-Fi also has generations there. Bluetooth का भी generations है, right? हाँ, तो up to how much we can go there? Wi-Fi, let's say, up to how many distance, how many meters you can think of Wi-Fi application can be there? 30 meters? Within campus, so campus can be big campus or small campus. Which campus there? Huh? 100 meters, that is called 50 meters, 100 meters there. It is 100 meters. Again, this is a 2.54 gigahertz radius system which comes. Like for the airport, Indira Gandhi International Airport, in the radius of 100 meters. As you walk out of this one, when the call is there that you have to board on the flight, and just you walk out to board on the bus, signal is gone. You won't have the connectivity there. Right? Classroom. As the moment you step out, Wi-Fi is gone. Right? More than 3 meters, and all that comes into Wi-Fi comes. Now what is WiMAX here? Long range. Right? WiMAX is what is the full form of WiMAX? Wireless, it stands for wireless interoperability. It stands for wireless interoperability using microwave access. Using microwave access here. Access there, microwave. It does not mean that it uses microwave, it uses radio waves also. But what is you find here? WiMAX can provide you the connectivity for more than 10 kilometers. Long range there. This comes into long range kind of thing. And there is both kind of use there. As I've given 10 kilometers. You have both type of use. You can have line of sight also and without line of sight. So how it happens? It happens through tower. Right? Like BSNL, MTNL, they have the WiMAX towers are there. So let's say here, you'll find the tower. This tower will be there. And the tower will have the system. So one can be here, let's say you are having system here. There can be line of sight there. Or something is that you are traveling in that area. There's from here to, let's say, Rajiv Chowk. And then in that particular area, you have the signal. That is called WiMAX.
वायरलेस लैंडलाइन आजकल कनेक्ट जैसे वही है
नहीं वो नहीं हाँ टावर से तो उसका अलग सिस्टम होता है हाँ तो वो लग जाए लेकिन आप वो 10 किलोमीटर या 15 किलोमीटर you'll have the range there. हाँ because right like for example when you take Hathway or any Wi-Fi connectivity, Airtel, Hathway, so what do you have? You have modem also there. So the modem which is provided there. So there also, but here it is linked with what? Towers. And you have long range kind of connectivity. So BSNL and MTNL has got this one, WiMAX system there. Now what will be very advantage, I'll tell you. WiMAX is going to help 4G, 4th generation mobile communication. 4th generation. What advantage the 4th generation will have this? With this kind of 4th generation mobile communication, mobile wireless communication? Because it requires what? Faster kind of system there. You can have long coverage. Now let me ask the question. What advantage, no optical fiber and all this. What advantage can be offered by WiMAX system? Advantages. One is long range. Let's say for example, providing governance services to the village areas. So if you are going to put a cable and something is costly, sometimes the area will be difficult terrain. But through such WiMAX, you can have cluster of villages coming together. So it can be used for governance program, good governance. So what is the application? If you look at the application part of the WiMAX, so from civil services point of view, now this is what comes. One is the crisis management. Crisis management. I have used the word crisis management. Right? Pata chala, you went to Himachal Pradesh, Rohtang, it is there. And then normal wireless communication, जो local काम हो रहा है वो काम नहीं कर रहा है. And then you are in a need, then you require something. If let's say such area, for example, such hilly areas, if such hilly areas, high altitude areas, you have WiMAX there. So then you are in a safe thing, right? Because a long range kind of system there. So you can have those kind of connectivity there. And you can have all the services what you are normally enjoying, you can have there with the 4G system, WiMAX technology. You can have those kind of things. Now what comes here second? Second, I am giving here virtual navigation. What I am using the word here? Virtual navigation. GPS, what you have the GPS. All those systems can work into that. Right? Sometimes it is very important. See, virtual navigation, one kind of navigation, what comes with GIS and GPS both. Let's say here, virtual navigation, what? GPS system and GIS system. Global position system and geographical information system. combined together. Let's say, let's understand how it will help there. Let's say a police or any kind of a search for a thief or a robber or criminal, right? So if you know what exactly area you are chasing, what type of area you are going there, that's called GIS. And GPS gives you direction. So you have in your vehicle, right, having such kind of virtual navigation system, which provide you both the case of that. And particularly where WiMAX will be helped, where such kind of far-flung area, where you have such kind of a system already installed. So there, let's say normal case what you are having in urban areas, and you go to such areas, and there you have WiMAX. So you can get those kind of service, virtual navigation also. Then what comes here? Third one, which is there, what I've said, governance, providing any kind of governance services, government programs, right? Whether Manrega or whatever you want to provide through the online thing, ICT thing, so that can help there. So WiMAX has already started. What I want to say, WiMAX has already started, but it is not massive. What is the requirement? It has to go there. Still, we are trying to only through Digital India connect the Gram Panchayat through optical fiber network. But that can be a next thing by installing towers to such kind of WiMAX towers to such Gramin areas or village areas. That can be the part. But again, investment is there skill, but this can be one solution for that, for solving the problem of broadband connectivity and all this one. Right? Now I'm coming to another thing, very important thing. Now there is what called Li-Fi. Wi-Fi is there, now comes Li-Fi. So what is Li-Fi? Faster than Wi-Fi is all right. What does this mean there? Light fidelity. How Li-Fi differs from Wi-Fi? No, faster is all right, but what is the basic difference of Li-Fi and Wi-Fi? Right. Good. And army is all of there. You're right there. Penetrate the water and all this. पहला तो ये हो गया. All these systems what we are discussing right now are all based on radio waves. This is what we are doing, communication system. Then again the light comes here. So what is another name for Li-Fi? VLC. Not VLC video player there. Right? VLC, this is what you see there. What is the full form VLC? Visual light communication. What is the full form here? Visual light communication there. And what are the components of Li-Fi system? It uses a motor. There's a motor driver is there, right? So it uses, let me write it, uses a motor drive. Then you have LED bulb, light emitting diode. And third, what it has got? Photo detector. Photo detector. These are the three components of Li-Fi system. It works with light, normal light. That's called VLC, visible light, visible light, I'm sorry, visible. Not visual, visible. Visible light communication. It uses a motor drive, there is a driver there, which will convert what? Electronics into light. And that happens through LED bulb, intensity of light, which changes. LED bulbs, intensity changes. And that goes to the other end. And what happens? There is a photo detector, which detects that changing light intensity and converts into signal. Right? Now, another very important thing. Li-Fi is bidirectional. Let's say this light. And from here to there. Right? You can use it there. Let's this room. Let's say all these LED bulbs. And you have the light there. So Li-Fi can work in this classroom. Right? So it is what? Bidirectional. Both directions it can work there. There is another thing there. Right? Now if we talk about speed here, what he was saying there, 224 Gbps. Right? 224 gigabit per second. That is the speed of the Li-Fi system. It offers the 224 Gbps. Extremely fast. Right? As compared to radio waves based Wi-Fi and WiMAX, it will be more faster. Harold Haas. What is it? Harold Haas was the person who developed this kind of a Li-Fi system. And very soon it will be part of our life only. Very soon in the next 10 years, we'll be having the Li-Fi also. We'll be having those kind. But what is the limitation here? See, this one thing is a bidirectional advantage. It's very, very fast. And one more advantage, what he has said, army and all, security. It's when you travel by flight on air, you have to switch off your mobile phone or put on flight mode, because the radio waves interfere with the signaling. So for safety part, the mobile phone is put on the flight mode, right? But if you have a Wi-Fi there in the aeroplane, you don't have to worry about, because it can work with light. It will not interfere there. Any army unit, any intelligence system or unit there, again Wi-Fi can be used. So what is their advantage? Security part can be again be taken care with the Wi-Fi system, which is not possible in the Wi-Fi system. That's the advantage. I'm talking about advantage there. What are disadvantages of Wi-Fi? Again, you know that light cannot penetrate the other room. Let's say here the light, the other room will be dark. Because without light you cannot work. It depends on the light. Right. So one disadvantage is that short range. You require LED light. Right? You cannot go to the next one or bigger size. दूसरा क्या है? अभी तो स्क्रीन नीचे हो गया, बादल भी छाया हुआ है, मौसम भी सुहाना हो गया है, बारिश भी पड़ रही हो रही है, ये चीज़ है. तो अभी सूर्य की रोशनी नहीं है. एक जनरल केस क्या होता है, दिन के टाइम क्या होगा? सनलाइट. व्हेन सनलाइट कम्स इनसाइड द रूम, तो दिस लाइट विल बी इंटरफेयर. होगा कि नहीं होगा? ये जो एलईडी बल्ब का जो लाइट है, वो सनलाइट आने पे देयर विल सम प्रॉब्लम विल बी देयर. लाइटिंग पार्ट, ये भी एक डिसएडवांटेज है. तो दोस्त का डिसएडवांटेज आर देयर, बट कैन बी टेकन केयर विद लेटर एडवांसमेंट टेक्नोलॉजी, कैन बी टेकन केयर. ठीक है. सो Wi-Fi is the next kind of thing which you have to remember that. Is it clear here up to? So I am giving you all the current aspect also there. When I talk about IT and all, I am linking those kind of there. ठीक है, यहाँ तक clear है? I'll come to few things there, but what I'm asking here, what is this 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G? After 5G has also come. Bandwidth? Or what is this word I have said here, 4G, you all are using 4th generation. And Airtel comes with that ad of a girl there. Right? She has become very famous there. Right? Overnight, right? Airtel girl. In Vodafone you have a kutta also there. Has become very famous one there. Right? Yes, what is 4G? What is this 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G? It comes 5G. Next one is 6G also there. Yes. First generation of mobile communication. What was there? What was first generation here? Here, mobile communication there. So what was there in the first generation? क्या था इसमें? क्या चीज था? How first generation of mobile phone, wireless communication differs from second generation? Satellite, okay. Anything else? First generation of mobile phone wireless communication was analog. It is something called analog technology. It is based on analog. What is analog? Analog is like this. But there were a lot of errors. You can only have voice data. It is only based on voice data. You can only talk. You cannot send message. You cannot watch video. All this is not there. System was very bulky. मोटा हुआ करता था. Right? भारी होता था. That was that 20 years back. Was that what developed there? First generation there. Right? Had a lot of inherent problem. Why? Because the analog kind of signal. Then came what? Second generation. So what second generation became? Digitalized. It became digital. Right? Right? And what is very important? Not only voice data. And use something, between one generation, second generation, something came, what you call pager. People used to carry on this one to send the message. Pager was to be there. अब वो pager दिखता नहीं है. ठीक है? तो what second generation brought? SMS. What does SMS stands for? Short message service. And again, also MMS. What is MMS? MMS. What is MMS? Multimedia service. ठीक है, कुछ और सोचना नहीं आपको. It's a very popular thing. MMS and all the scandals and all things have happened there. Right? MMS. बहुत खतरनाक चीज है. SMS and MMS there. Right? Clear? So, MMS there. Where it came there? second generation. Then came what? 2.5. It's all advancement of technology, wireless communication technology. Now third generation, we are using third generation even now. What is so unique about third generation? It is digital. Then along with digital, voice, then text, images, and it has also brought something new, video call. Today you can make video call, right? And also what? Faster internet. The mobile phone is like a mini computer, right? It has given more speed there. So that is kind of services there, where you can connect and can use faster there. But again, it compromises on the speed factor in terms of sending data, receiving data. And that they gets taken care with the fourth generation. Fourth generation offers more faster services as compared to third generation. Apart from that, all these features are there. You have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, everything. But what I said, WiMAX, the addition of WiMAX. So you have all this one, high-speed connectivity. At the same time, you are having also, you can go for the WiMAX connectivity there. Normal mobile phone today will give you Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi hotspot. But now it using fourth generation kind of mobile phone, you can go for WiMAX. WiMAX connectivity also there. Right? Now I'm coming to fifth generation. What is fifth generation? Is now already being making news, fifth generation. How much will you offer? 1 Gbps. Right? Already fourth generation also goes to that. But 1 gigabit per second, that will be speed there. Ek aur cheez hai. What is very important? All this what happens there with a given region, right? Regional aspect and all this. Fifth generation offers worldwide connectivity. It's also like today, internet. What do you use the internet? You use the, in terms of the country and this use the part of that. Right? It will have what something called www. 4W will be there. World Wide Web will be there. Normally the web is there, but the new advancement is happening. So here what is there? Here the system will be able to, you have the even communication in terms of worldwide connectivity can be given. Though it, today also it has there, but it offers this kind of, what is very important is the speed. Which I said 1 Gbps. Right? Just I'll show you the fifth generation system there. One more thing is there. What is happening with all this system? What is happening there? As every generation, what is happening there? What I've said, the devices has becoming sleeker, smaller, right? Now look at the fifth generation. Mobile network there. This will be ultra thin there. And now this was for 5G technology. This comes in. See what is given here, see. With the 4G telecommunication system now starting to be deployed, right, eyes are looking towards the development of fifth generation of 5G technology and services. Although the deployment of any wireless or cellular systems may take many years, development of 5G technology system is being investigated. The new 5G technology will need to be chosen, developed and perfected to enable timely and reliable deployment there. Now here what is given here. Solar system there. What I explained in this case. But it's saying the many of technologies to be used for 5G will start to appear in the systems used for 4G, and it says that this one. Video, अच्छा ठीक है हाँ, अच्छा अभी तो वीडियो नहीं प्ले किया, अच्छा ठीक है वीडियो प्ले कर देता हूँ. Let's say वीडियो प्ले कर देता हूँ.
4G LTE networks are now well established.
जियो ला रहा है 5G. बड़े खतरनाक लोग हैं ये रिलायंस वाले लोग.
Both in terms of the handsets available and also the infrastructure. Now the eyes of the mobile telecommunications industry are turning towards the next generation 5G. Although the first deployments are many years away, much work needs to be done to prepare. So why is 5G?
5G is needed because we see growing demands for capacity, but also for capability. Clearly, more spectrum will add to the capacity, but some of the capability is very low latency capabilities, such as automatic or connected cars.
So although 5G is still very much in its concept stages, what are some of the areas in which 5G could be used?
5G opens up the path to a new category of connected devices. But let me sort of go back and explain what those categories of devices are, because not everything actually needs the power that 5G will bring. If you're talking about like you might have as a smart meter, or is my parking space empty, or what temperature is my house or something, actually LTE can do that, and there's a new variant of LTE being developed called LTE-M, which is targeting making the cell sizes much bigger and also enabling battery-powered connected devices to still be transmitting small amounts of data every couple of hours, but having a battery life, 2 AA batteries, working for 10 years without being touched. A simple category, huge volumes of information in small packets, doesn't really need 5G. There's a second category of things that we're looking at, which is the ones that will absorb huge amounts of data, and 5G probably plays into that capacity, providing that. And that would be something like a smart TV. You have a 4K screen now, 8K screen, 16K screen, whatever in the future. Huge volumes of data, not necessarily latency critical, but it's going to be for the volume. And then there's a third category, a new one being opened up by 5G, where ultra short latency and big volumes of data are absolutely critical. And that would be for something like autonomous driving connected cars. It could be something with haptic feedback, like you could imagine industrial automation, or even a doctor using a robot to perform an operation remotely. And clearly in that sort of circumstance, you need absolute ultra short latency in the network, millisecond or less, as well as huge volumes of data to do it. And it's those new categories that will really be the driver for 5G in the IoT world.
So what are some of the key technologies that will be needed for 5G?
Key enabling technologies is to look at the radio access. So we need a new air interface, and we need a new radio access network, RAN architecture, as well as the core platform that would integrate efficiently broadband and narrowband services like Internet of Things or machine-type communication. And it has to be as flat architecture as possible with full IP and with a resource orchestration mechanism using software-defined networking and network function virtualization.
So what are some of the headline technologies that are being investigated?
So within 5G research, we're looking at some of the key technologies that will really enable that next generation of communications technology. These include truly heterogeneous networks and integration of cellular with evolved new waveforms and Wi-Fi, techniques such as virtualized RAN, full network virtualization, software-defined networks, massive MIMO, new millimeter wave bands, and technologies as advanced as full duplex radio operation.
So is 5G fully defined yet?
5G is quite a complex topic at the moment. There's a lot of different opinions about what 5G is and what it will be. And there's probably two tracks. There's one which is an evolution of 4G, and from that perspective it's a lot about industry sustainability, reduction of total cost of ownership, enablement of Internet of Things. There's also a radical new radio interface needed to promote some of the things around 5G to do with step change in bandwidth and reduction in latency.
And is the way ahead for 5G fully defined, or are there questions still to be answered?
My concern on a lot of what we're hearing is people are approaching 5G as though it were a technology problem about how do we do more of the same, only better. And I think that's fundamentally misconstruing things. I think if we follow that path, we are setting ourselves up for a stunningly expensive, misguided venture. What we need to be thinking about is what are the problems we have to solve, and how can we come up with an architecture or a framework that will solve those collection of many different problems, each with their own solution, but integrated into a coherent, sensible way.
So bearing this in mind, but looking to the future and assuming things will all move ahead, what are the timescales likely to be?
The standardization process has started for 5G, particularly if we look in areas like the ITU that have brought discussion groups together, or some of the work done in the NGMN work or the 5GPP work. Sorry for all the acronyms. However, that still needs to go into practical standardizational work such as ETSI, 3GPP or IEEE. Because the research is not yet complete, it will take some time before standards are complete, but I think it will lead towards very robust architectures for the latter part of this decade.
So 5G is still in development, and there's a lot of work to do to develop and define it. But it is expected to be available by about 2020, and then in use until about 2040.
What I said, main thing what I said, speed was there. And having more connectivity. That's what is saying that testing and everything. So by 2020 we can expect this one. That is the main thing. All this those kind of things are there. So today 4th generation has come and we are into that. See here one more thing which comes, which I want to bring about here. See when you talk about in terms of development in IT, information technology and broadband and connectivity, there have been 3 words which have come. I'll write the 3 words and let me explain there. One is that नहीं अभी 4th जनरेशन चल रहा है विजय हाँ ये जनरेशन मतलब यही होता है कि more features comes into that हाँ 4th generation है 5G being developed that's what say ना there's one body called IEEE and there's international system for which give the approval then there's something called ITU there's the International Telecom Union they have to approve and everything there and then it comes there because all this works on a frequency band there particular frequency band. Now let me come to here, let me write 3 words, you are aware also there. One is called loon. Second is called here wide space. And third, what I'm writing here, the term is called Aquila. Now what is all this, sir? Right? So this is what I have written 3 words there. Again, this all coming to the new technologies, advancement and all this have now made news also there. So what is loon there? You all are aware there. Google company's very ambitious project, balloon-powered internet. So this is the Google project, which was asked in the UPSC exam, and it deals with what? This balloon-powered internet. So what Google is doing that? Google is connecting throughout the world. They have the ambition of this. They're trying to do that. They have done successfully in New Zealand, hot air balloons, and through that far-flung area, remote areas, will get the broadband connectivity. There is a social initiative of the Google to bring into that. So balloon-powered internet, which is the another thing which is making there. So it has got advantage. What is the advantage of such kind of system? If you use such a hot air balloon, remote area, far away area, that is one advantage. Apart from that, difficult terrain where you have hills, mountains, where we cannot install a tower. Normal thing what you got tower. But you cannot put tower everywhere, let's say mountains or hills or river valley. So that can be taken care with such kind of balloon-powered internet. What are disadvantages? Line of sight is needed. One disadvantage is that line of sight required. Anything more? Bad weather, okay. Second, bad weather. Again, third, very important point is that national security. Like will India or China will allow such kind of balloons there which can compromise the security of the country? There's something called airspace. There's something airspace because you're using hot air balloon in the stratosphere. And let's say that balloon is the signal is beamed to any country. So whether the countries will approve for such systems to operate, the security can be a threat. It can be a threat to security, no? Because you have such kind of thing there. So that's what, these are the new things which are making development, but still there are challenges. Like what I'm saying, there are still challenges there. Now what is white space? Which company? Microsoft. Right? This is a Microsoft project there. White space is a microspace. Now let me explain what exactly their ideas are there. Unused bandwidth. Unused, like when say we use the 2G or 3G, we use the things that sometimes called unused are there. So what is that? Pulling of unused bandwidth to provide internet to others. Right, so here what will be here? Use of unused bandwidth to provide internet. Another novel idea which has been now worked out by Microsoft company. But sometimes there may be what we use in our day-to-day life. There may be unused one. To pull them together, collect them together. And those who cannot have the internet, they get the broadband. So that is the point comes there. Now what is coming here? Aquila. So what is Aquila? Which company? Facebook. Now Aquila is a Facebook. It's a Facebook initiative, Facebook project. And what Facebook is going to do with Aquila? Aquila is a solar-powered drone. It's an aircraft. Right? It's a solar-powered drone. So there's a use of solar-powered drone to provide internet connectivity, to provide internet. And Facebook is trying to do this under a very important program, internet.org. You're aware, internet.org or Free Basics. Right? There's something called Free Basic. So Free Basic or something called internet.org. What is this program of Free Basic? It has also remained in the news there. Now what exactly Facebook intend to do with Free Basics? Or internet.org? What is exactly the thing? They provide free. Internet charge nahi lagega. You don't have to pay any kind of fees, any kind of charge there. You'll have the free access to the content, services. But then it was challenged. So how? See what I'm saying that with the help of this kind of a, you remember that miniaturized aircraft, right? Which will be powered through solar cell, solar battery, and which will be able to connect internet, just like Google has got balloon. This Aquila will be there. Aquila will provide the connectivity. Now, what is the advantage? Why it was opposed this kind of thing? Initially, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in favor, and when he went to the US, he went to the Facebook headquarters also, Mark Zuckerberg, and there was a meeting also there. Mark Zuckerberg came to India, and was feeling that for Indians, free basics, free internet will be there. So why then problem happened with this? What was the problem here? Competition with others. Okay, there's something what I'm writing here. Net neutrality. What is net neutrality? Everyone is equal, or something else is there. What equality in what terms? Net neutrality is a philosophy. It is a philosophy which is based on equal access to services or content provided by various internet providers, internet service providers, ISPs. There are many internet service providers. They all get data, they all give services. But what happens, there is something called discrimination in terms of getting the services. So here, equality here, when it comes to, is a philosophy which works on equality to access services provided by internet service provider, ISPs. So why is this violated the free basics? Why free basics violate the internet neutrality? I'll just read out what I've written. Equality to access services provided by ISPs, internet service providers. Because free basics, through that, Facebook was giving the services which they have the agreement. It was not open and others were not given it. So there was something called discrimination. So on that ground it was challenged. Right? In India we have also come out with something on the draft on net neutrality. Because it's not only the free basics of Facebook, it also comes to Airtel also there. Airtel has got something zero. Airtel zero. Right? Though you do not pay any fees, but there is something discrimination in terms of data and services. That comes into that. Right? So when you are reading all this one, you have to connect the things. You have to put the things together. And then study in that case, right? Now what I'm coming here, all this what I've mentioned here, which you have to keep in mind there for the examination. There's one technology again making a lot of news, and India is very soon going to have it, what is called in terms of fast movement of people from one place to another, maglevs, bullet trains, right? So I'm now coming to a technology called superconductivity. We have discussed about this one, but now we have discussed nanotechnology, I have come to the robotics, I have come to the computing, I have gone to the ICT, I have gone into different areas there. But what I'm bringing now, in terms of, there's a technology called superconductivity. So what do you mean by superconductivity? Plasma state, okay. That's all right, but actually why it is called superconductors or superconductivity there? How superconductor differs from normal conductor? Okay, let me discuss the basic concept. Normal case, the current which flows through a wire, right? This wire, let's say copper wire. For example, you have copper wire here. And the current which passes through this wire, right? So what happens there? The flow of the electron, there's something called resistance. R is there. What is measured in ohms? There's a unit there. So what happens when electron moves, when you apply potential difference, the electron gets opposed by the atoms and molecules of that material. And that is what is called resistance, which is measured in ohms. Now what happens? Resistance depends on temperature. Resistance is proportional to temperature. Directly proportional there. What I have given here is directly proportional to temperature. Right? If temperature increases, there is more collision, more resistance. Temperature decreases, what happens? Atoms and molecular material gets stationary or becomes less in energy. So there is less collision, more flow of electrons. So what happens? Resistance increases. So what is there? If resistance, temperature increases, resistance also increases. If temperature decreases, resistance also decreases. So let's say if you decrease the temperature and keep on decreasing temperature to a state, what is called critical temperature, below which R becomes 0. There is no resistance. And there, normal conductor becomes superconductors. This is a general concept I'm saying. Superconductors means that one, where a normal metallic conductor becomes a superconductor at extremely low temperature, very, very low temperature. So generally what happens, superconducting things happens at very, very low temperature. First time it was observed with mercury at 4 Kelvin. How much is 0 Kelvin? 0 Kelvin is minus 273 degrees Celsius. The first time when 100 years back, Kamerlingh Onnes, right, a Danish physicist, he was working with mercury as a conductor and he observed something very bizarre, superconductivity at 4 Kelvin temperature, right. Later on work which was done with different type of materials, today one can go to superconductivity at 80 Kelvin. But still remember that 80 Kelvin is below 0 degrees Celsius. Room temperature is not possible, right. It has to go less than 0 degrees centigrade. So 80 Kelvin again very less. But scientists are working to develop what? Room temperature based superconductors. Already being worked out there. Now tell me, this is the concept what I said. What are the applications there which you already know there? Where this kind of superconductors find application today in day-to-day life? I mentioned one aspect of maglev. Other than maglev, let me just remove this part.
Power transmission.
Which one? Solar powered. Okay, this part.
Power generation. Power transmission.
Power transmission. Okay, let me write. If we talk about applications here, first one, what comes here? Electromagnets. Strong electromagnets, they find use in terms of superconductors. What electromagnet is? When you pass current, it generates magnetic field. You know that any wire, current carrying wire, has a magnetic field. Magnetic field comes there. So first comes here, strong electromagnets. They can work on superconductors. What comes here second? Second, what I'm writing here, NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance. NMR images, what is used in chemistry, material science, and even for the body case like healthcare also there. And there's something called CT scan and MRI and all this. What is MRI? Magnetic resonance imaging. Right? It uses superconductors. You have seen that a person is laid on that platform and then goes inside and you have the MRI scan. But now things have changed. Why? With advancement of technology, now you have portable type of thing. You sit on a chair, then this part comes into that, and then the brain imaging or something, the images are generated. Graphics are generated on the computer. So again they use superconductor. Why? Magnetic field. It generates what? Strong magnetic fields by using superconductors. Then what comes here? What is called here high tension cable wire. What is it? Power transmission there. High tension wire there. See, remember that when power is transmitted, there is a loss of power. Why loss of power takes place? Because of resistance. Resistivity is high. In that case, what happens? Heat generated, heat. So that gets lost. Imagine if you're cladding. If the wire has got the cladding of superconducting material, so what will happen? R is less. If R is less, there will be less loss due to heat energy. So more power will be saved. So that will come the high tension cable wire. Then what comes? We have discussed in the classroom. Large Hadron Collider, CERN. What is LHC? Is nothing but a particle accelerator. I have discussed in nuclear technology something called cyclotrons, charged particle accelerators. They also have what? Changing magnetic field. The magnetic field is changed so that electron or protons gains more and more energy. So what I'm writing here, particle accelerator or cyclotrons. They use again magnetic field, changing magnetic field there. Again, there is use of superconductors. Then superconductors are also used, what I've said here, maglevs, magnetic levitation train or bullet trains. Where presently now in worldwide such trains are running, bullet trains? Japan is one example. Then, apart from Japan, China is also having there. China has got accident also there. Bullet trains accidents have been there. What is the speed of this such bullet trains? 500 kmph. But in Japan, there's a Germany or Japan, even 700 kmph it can run. Right? Fastest there. And India is also going to have. So what is the speed in India? Ahmedabad to Mumbai, what is the speed will be there? 500 km per hour? Huh? How much Rajdhani runs? 120 km per hour is a Rajdhani speed. There is one something called here, what is called Gatiman. You know Gatiman? Where is from Gatiman? Gatiman is from where to where? Nizamuddin to Agra. Right, Hazrat Nizamuddin station to Agra. In 1.5 hours, you will reach from Agra to Delhi. Right. So that is again Rajdhani only. But only what is the thing? 140 kmph, Gatiman. Tejas has also come. But this runs uninterrupted. Right. But maglevs are different type there. They will be very, very high speed. Like in India, how much we have decided? 500 kmph? No. 240 kmph, 240 km per hour. Just double the speed of that. So what? They are the wheelless. You know that? They don't have wheels. They float on the platform there and then run on that parallel track there. Magnetic levitation because of strong magnetic field. Right? This is one thing there. Right? So superconductors, what I explained, finds this all applications which comes into that. ठीक है तो ये चीज़ को ध्यान रखना है. Now what I'm coming here, the technology which is now making news, Elon Musk, Tesla. What is the technology? Hyperloop. What is this Hyperloop? Not aware? ये बहुत important technology है, Hyperloop. That's why I say new technology, ICT and all, you have to be aware of all those things development. Elon Musk has Tesla company, has working to develop Hyperloop. नहीं पता सच में? Tesla and all this, what is Hyperloop there? सच में नहीं पता है? Hyperloop word, नहीं? अच्छा, let me explain. So what is Hyperloop? I'll show you the video also there, but first let me explain here. See, Hyperloop is nothing. Is a tube. Is a semi-vacuum tube, just like maglev. Just like maglev, and you have a pod there. Pod. The pod will be there, like passenger who can sit there, and it can float, move with very, very high speed on the tunnel. The tube is there. So basically, Hyperloop basically system. It looks like this. It's all under development there. You have a tube there, right? And it is a semi-vacuum. It is a semi-vacuum will be there. Yes. And on this there will be a pod. Let's say this is a pod is there. Yes, 8 to 10 passengers. This pod is there. Right? And then you have that 8 to 10 people can be here. Right? I've drawn 3. 8 to 10 are there. And this moves with very high speed. What is speed? 1200 kmph. It can go up to 1200 kilometer per hour. Aeroplane, with the speed of aeroplane. Right? With the speed of aeroplane, it can go there. So now imagine from here to Amritsar, right? Something Amritsar will be 800 kilometers from here. You can just in 45 minutes will reach there. So कितना आसान हो जाएगा? So person can come from anywhere, come to Delhi, take class and go back. That's what Hyperloop is going. But Hyperloop will not be very long, tall kind of thing, because you have this kind of thing there. So let's say start from here. You have a terminal 1 and your terminal 2. The terminal is there and can go into that. Is it from Delhi to Agra, Agra to Delhi? That kind of a system there. So this is going to again define the future transport system. Right? So this Hyperloop system is being worked out. Right? This very unique system has come up there. Right? So this is what, if you look at this, Hyperloop, Google, हाँ हाँ वो ऐसे कई डेवलपमेंट है like you know that driverless car being worked out there. Hyperloop 1, this is one. Now see here, this is how the images have been given there. Already it has been worked out there. Hyperloop in India now see. This already now it has come there. Experts say several questions related to cost, safety, and capacity need deliberation before something as ambitious as Hyperloop can be put into reality in India. Because we are still not, we are working to have bullet trains. The first bullet trains will become reality. And mostly this government is working very fast. Why? Before 2019 election. Before 2019 election, general election, if the Ahmedabad to Mumbai run is there, the government will take the credit. Let's say now we are giving to the Indians the benefit of maglev trains, bullet trains. The next will be this also. But here the private companies, like this is one. Hyperloop 1, XP1 vehicle being prepared for testing in Nevada. This Elon Tusk, this is what the vehicle is there. This is what I was saying, pod. Within that the people can sit there and then can move into that semi-vacuum tunnel there. Loop is there. This is what is given there. Money control news there. Fifth mode of transport, what is called fifth mode of transport. Right, it is the Hyperloop Alpha. Right, so soon we'll unveil there, and SpaceX also company is going to have this particular type of system there. Now if you look at here, the video part is this one.
You've heard the saying, time is money, and it is. Perhaps that's why we complain about travel. How can we get there faster? Can this experience be better? We dream about moving comfortably from place to place in the blink of an eye. That's essentially the dream of the Hyperloop. What exactly is the Hyperloop?
It's very similar to an airplane on high altitudes. You have a low pressure environment inside the tube, a capsule that doesn't touch anywhere, hovers, and then because of the low pressure doesn't encounter a lot of resistance.
How do you envision the Hyperloop changing the way we live?
To connect two major cities that are normally 6, 7, 8, 9 hours in minutes changes the way we live. We're living in areas that are completely overfilled. We're sitting in traffic every single day for hours. So,
and you think the Hyperloop could be the solution?
I think the Hyperloop is for sure one of the solutions.
A possible solution, maybe, but it's reality. This concept of humans traveling around in tubes has been around for more than a century. Then, in 2013, Elon Musk drafted up actual blueprints and put the challenge of building it to the engineering community. And, as it turns out, there were a few willing to try. Hyperloop Transportation Technologies took on the challenge, but quickly realized they didn't have the design expertise. Enter UCLA. The engineering aspects of this, they're actually quite simple. It's really the design that is the most technically challenging.
What's so challenging is it's an unconventional system. And so you sort of have to invent everything from the ground up. The track is an entirely different element, the state different, the process of boarding is different. So as architects, what we're trying to do is stitch together the technology, the social change, and the human experience.
So do we know what it's going to feel like to be traveling at 700 miles an hour in one of these tubes?
You'll accelerate.
And you'll feel that physically.
You'll feel that as a thrust, like a very fast, powerful car, like a Tesla. You will feel almost no sense of motion once you're at speed. You're mainly going to experience getting there and stopping.
Each year, this UCLA grad program takes on a big problem and tries to solve it. The Hyperloop's biggest problem? Making tube travel comfortable. So this is kind of like the Hyperloop think tank design center right now. What are these models over here?
So we have two sets of models. The first ones here at the back, they were really study models that were investigating. These are more of a finished product that investigate more of the interior situation and also the sitting.
So these are all the options of the capsules. What about the stations here?
So same thing with the station. This station is probably the most compact station, and it really, the entire activity actually happens almost here. This is more still of a lounge shopping area.
This is where you get your magazines, your coffee.
But still everything happens on the go.
This one looks very complicated here.
Yes, it is maybe not as complicated as it is Grand. The students were really inspired by Grand Central Station, and this station really is able to hold 6,000 passengers.
6,000 passengers?
Within 1 hour. But the idea is not to be in the station, at the station for an hour. This is the interesting one because it uses a very different system. You come here on the road system, you're dropped off, and this is in a way your pod. So you need to know with your phone probably
it's
which...
almost like your terminal, which one
this
you
is
get,
your terminal.
Which one you get dropped off at. You're traveling at speeds of hundreds of miles an hour. How could this possibly be safe?
In railroads, most accidents were all human factors. So we're in a closed system. We're completely managed by a computer system. There's no human factor that can actually create those issues.
How much money have you guys raised here?
Zero.
How are you going to get this off the ground?
Innovation is done in teams. It's not done by a single person.
Do you feel like you're working on a project that's really going to change the future?
Oh, absolutely. If I have a date and I want to see the opera in San Francisco, I can literally do that and be back in time to go to sleep at my own house. I mean, that's the nature of the kinds of disruptive change that this can bring in. To be able to be part of this effort is a dream come true.
Musk, what you've seen the person there, and the Dubai also they are going to have this kind of system there. So already the company has roped in, right? The company has already roped in terms of such kind of system there. So this is all the new technology. So what I did was that I started with the Indian development, starting with every aspect, then one by one concept and everything. ठीक है? लेकिन कई लोग first class, दो class में घबरा गए कि क्या हो रहा है वो सारा. But now you'll be able to link that because the way science and technology being taught here, right? It is more fruitful in the case of what? Relevancy to the exam. And then I've gone into each and every concept, right? From the atomic energy, DRDO, defense, every area of that, right? And we have learned in today's class of the information communication technology, then superconductivity, right? Some more form of computing we have discussed in the classroom there. Now tomorrow's class will be the last class of science and technology. We will go into 3 topics there. The first will be renewable energy, right? I'll be going to renewable forms of energy. Solar power, wind power, tidal energy, geothermal, all those areas. In geography, have you covered this one? Yeah. So because I will be discussing from technology point of view. See, remember that. Renewable energy comes in 3 areas: geography, economy, and technology. 3 areas will come. In economy, you have what? Data. Okay, how much data is there, how much we are generating, how is the sector, power sector. In geography, you learn about locations, okay, where we can have. In science and tech, teacher will teach you the technology which is used there. So you'll be learning about that part. Second topic will be the very important one, policies. But in policies, I'll not dictate anything. I'll just give a soft copy, right, for 4 policies. I've already discussed few things in the past. I'll just link with that, all the 4 policies there. And the many government programs I've already covered in the classroom. So that linkage will be there. And the last topic will be IPR. Though IPR you have studied, I will not explain what is patent or copyright, trademark, you have studied all those things. I'll come to IPR in technology. How intellectual property rights comes to technology aspect and what are issues on that, right? So with that, your science and tech will get over there, right? Okay? And whatever I'm teaching in the classroom, whatever I'm given there, you just follow from the textbook and the things there, right? And that's what I always say, learning what you're learning here, rest of things are current affairs. You follow with the current affairs there, okay? So we'll meet tomorrow there, same time there. Okay, thank you everyone.